Hello everyone, and welcome to this new video. It's just basically fixing a cracked neck on a solid guitar. I'll put the headstock. This crack goes basically round from the machine head and then up round to the front. So yeah, it's gonna need taking apart, opening up. We'll find some epoxy resin to poke down on in there. If you'd like to see any more videos, or if you have any questions or anything about this mini rocker bike, just please put it in the comments. It does about 16 miles an hour for 35 miles, and that's not on eco. 2-part epoxy, easiest ones to get are in the syringes, £1.25. After some sandpaper, something nice fine, not too fine though. I think I just picked up an 80, and then a cheap little clamp, £1.50 for one of these little clamps. Perfect really, just for securing this neck. Let's get it all back down the road. So here it is then. This has been damaged for about 6 years now. Just turn it over, look at the extent. I don't really want to sand it first at the moment, because I think I could probably get away with maybe not even knowing this was ever done, if I could get all the painting right in the future. So we're going to want to find a way to keep this crack open so that we can get our epoxy right on down in there, so that it will soak into the wood, and then we can squish it together to hopefully make it all one piece again. So we'll get these strings off. Strings must have been on there for about 7 or 8 years. And then this is the one where I've lost the machine head key. It really was a great guitar. I don't know if it'll ever sing the same again. So yeah, taking the strings off. I have to find something to pry this up with. Nail gun nails, perfect. And we'll yank these out. This is all done outside with extremely basic tools for less than £5 English. It's an old guitar now, so it's not being put down on any nice leather benches or anything, you know. Let's just see if we can do this. So let's get the machine heads out. I might only have to take one out and then loosen the other one. We don't want it all getting all gammed up. So now we can see a bit more of the extent of where it's going. It's not quite got to the hole for the machine head, but I think it has hit the screw hole, so I'm not bothered about that. We'll carry on. I'm going to pry it open now. This snap actually doesn't go across as far as you think. It actually, you see that crack down there, it actually goes in at that angle. So I'm going to get this electronic screwdriver now, and I'm just going to try and get that all the way into its plastic, so that I've got enough room to get one of those little pins down to start forcing this epoxy in. The warmer this epoxy is, the more gooey it gets. So there you go, look, we'll be able to force some down into there now. This is all just filmed on my phone. I'm sorry if it's terrible. I decided to do it outside. So we'll mix up this epoxy now. It's as easy as just opening it and squeezing it. They are very hard to open. Snap it against the table. Just before you do that, I would advise to pull the syringe out just a tiny little bit, those pistons, just so you don't get any spray. Now we're just going to work it on in. I've got a nice little thin blade there. They are nail gun nails, and you know, as neatly as possible, but it doesn't really matter as long as you're not ruining your workspace. You just want to start getting it in there. This is a slow process. There's no going back now. Once this starts soaking into the wood, you know, you're done. So it's time to get it in there as fast as possible, but properly. Try and drip it in any way you can. I started really poking it in there in a second. Enough wasn't enough, and then just clamp it down. That screwdriver as well, I was squeezing it up towards the neck of the guitar, and it was just prying it open just a little bit more. So I'd advise, yeah, give that where's my voice? Give that screwdriver a squeeze, and you'll be able to work it on in there a little bit better. Once I was convinced that it was full up, I'm going to take a bit of hard cardboard and then just scrape any of that excess and try and force it over like you're filling a hole on a wall or something, just like filler. And just get a nice line of it and then just try and finish that edge off. I'm just going to come into this top side now. Exactly the same. And there we go, look. Squeeze the screwdriver, you're open and closing, and that's just allowing everything to move on through. I'm doing this in the shade because I want this epoxy, it's not going to do it like PVA would, but I want it to soak into the wood as much as possible before it starts to set. It's supposed to be working in 30 minutes, so we want to be fast. So now we're going to clamp on down. I'm going to move this clamp every 5 minutes during the drying stage. And there you have it. So give all that a clean up. It's just going to be a bitch to get off later, sand off. If you get it at that epoxy anywhere that you don't want to continue working, when you take it off, it's probably going to take your lacquer as well, so be really careful. You want that as hard, as tight as possible, that clamp. And there you go, it says 30 minutes. Yeah, you want that clamp as tight as possible. And then I've bridged the guitar over two separate things, and then I've got a metal bucket with some weight hanging on the machine heads, and that's pulling down, that's hanging some weight, extra pressure down on that crack to fuse them together as much as possible. After about 20 minutes like this, then I've moved it out into the sun, direct sunlight, just to finish baking off. So please subscribe, guys. Part 2 is going to come up real quick. I'm not going to make anyone wait for it. This is basically how to fix a really good guitar for less than a £5 in your back garden. There it is with all the weight on. So yeah, like, subscribe, share it, and see the results in the next video. Thank you very much.